Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mellissa Thomas. You are watching FNN Good News and Reviews with my lovely co-host, Kathleen. Kathleen, how's it going?
Doing great. It's so nice to be out here on International Drive. Beautiful day today. And we have some good news and reviews for all you watching. So thanks for being with us at Live at Noon.
Absolutely. So obviously, just like last week, we're continuing in the vein of mental health. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about mental health in terms of employees and entrepreneurs. So, we do have a book review that's connected to that. There's a reason why we chose to focus on workers and entrepreneurs. So we're kind of in that vein. So, Kathleen, for your part, kind of talk about, we spoke about the mental health in terms of that sort of personal level,
right?
Our struggles with depression and how we overcame it. But we know that, especially over the last 2 years, like, workers and entrepreneurs alike have been struggling as it relates to COVID-19, having to remain quarantined. Kind of talk about what tips that you've seen has worked on that occupational side.
Right. Well, I know a lot of people derive their identity through their work and what they do. And so when you're stuck at home and you can't work and you're not seeing people, or maybe you got laid off, it's probably been a real downer for a lot of people. Yep. As again, that is somewhere where most everyone really derives their identity and purpose in life. And so we've seen, statistically a rise in depression and people being suicidal, not to mention not having that connection with people. Yeah. And so if you're one of those who have been laid off or fired due to the COVID pandemic and not being able to get on your feet, during that time, it's always a good time to assess what you're doing, because there's so many other ways to be productive and to do something. And we can't put all of our eggs in one basket all the time, because when we do, then the bottom falls out. What are we going to do? And that's where a lot of people found themselves. And those who have been off work a long time also have a hard time going back, because they're so used to being at home that I know the employers have had a hard time getting employees. They've been slow staffed as far as not having enough, or they can't even open because of this whole ripple effect. So I believe it's important to stay productive regardless of being quarantined, trying to find an outlet, making a purpose, and knowing that the job is not all that you have to look forward to. There are other things in life to focus on, and your identity doesn't have to necessarily come from how much you make, what you do, because remember, those things fluctuate and they can fail. And when they do, you don't want your life to end over that, because it's a season and things can change.
Absolutely. And I mean, going back to what we did discuss last week about the importance of writing things down, having the gratitude journal, that does also apply on the entrepreneurial side or on the work side.
Right.
There's certain things to, even if it's a situation where it's a work from home and you become comfortable in the work from home, maybe it's something you can coordinate with the employer, or maybe it's time to kind of branch out a little bit.
Right.
Especially if it's a situation where you got laid off, obviously you don't have a choice in this part.
Right.
But if you're someone who's an employee and maybe you want to branch out, there are options for you. And I'll get into a little more detail in terms of what those options are after the commercial break when we do the book review. But I wanted to share that with you guys, that there are plenty of options out there. And I mean, even in terms of doing work online, I've done the research myself, and it's insane.
Right.
The options out there are insane. So make sure that you're kind of verifying what you're looking at, because some folks are making money by teaching people how to make money, and that's different.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, one of the things that have helped me in my life is writing things down, like you said, and a vision board is huge.
Yes.
And, if we don't write down our goals or even think about them, we can never accomplish them. So I suggest, if you have time, maybe you're at home looking for a job, having a hard time figuring out what you want to do in life, having a vision board, writing it out, taking pictures out of a magazine. I know I've already accomplished some of the goals that I've had on the vision board. Nice. And just seeing that every day gets your mind in the process of thinking positive and saying, you know what, this is my goal. This is what I want to achieve. And so that really helps to influence your own self in a positive direction. When it seems like nothing's going on, you're still reaching for something further in your life.
Absolutely. And in a similar vein, one key thing that you can do, again, 10 minutes if you don't have a lot more time than that.
Right.
But take the time to visualize what you want to be doing.
Right.
The key is, even if it is a regular 9 to 5, like even if it is a job you want, visualize what it is you want to be doing, or whatever that job is you feel you need to get in order to pay the bills. Not just like with your own eye, like actually imagine yourself in the thing, imagine what the smells are, imagine what the sounds are, like literally immerse yourself in the experience, and it draws you closer to it. Like that is a whole thing. And again, we'll talk about that in more detail when we come back with the book review. But that is something that's also very important to inspire you to keep pushing
Right.
forward, especially if the quarantine had a big impact on you,
On
and
you.
in terms of your mental health as a worker. Maybe you're burnt out, maybe you had to work super long hours, especially as an essential worker.
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't one of the ones that got laid off, maybe you were an essential worker and you had to
Right.
work super long hours. So the visualization exercise, it could be something you do as soon as you wake up. It could be one of the first things you do, since that's one of the times where you actually can control your time.
Right.
That's something you can do.
And what I want to say as we get ready to go to the break is, regardless of your situation, it's always ever changing. Life, is like this. It ebb and flows, it goes up and down, but never give up. Never give up, because the next day something miraculous can happen. So that's what I want to share. And we're going to take a commercial break right now. And after that, we're going to have a great book review with Mellissa. So stay with us right here.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. Thank you, guys.
The Florida Lottery is proud to support education by contributing billions of dollars to Florida schools and awarding countless Bright Future scholarships, so Florida students can do more than just dream of a brighter future. They can create one. Learn more at flalottery.com.
All right, and welcome back, guys. So as I mentioned, we're coming back with a book review. So you see the black books here. This is what's called the 9 to 5 Millionaire. It's the subtitle is "Don't Quit Your Day Job." So wanted to talk a little bit about this. Kathleen wanted to put her onto it too, because I think it's something that is beneficial for everybody, whether you're an employee or someone who perhaps you chose to quit your day job to pursue your dreams, or you're somebody who's an employee and you're dreaming of quitting your day job. So, hey, fire off any questions you may have.
Well,
Kathleen.
I haven't read the book yet, so I have no idea what it's about. But the word millionaire sticks out, and I believe everybody wants to be a millionaire. I mean, let's face the facts. I mean, money can't make you happy, but it can definitely help you to get where you want to go in life and do the things you like and want to do. But the journey is so important, I believe.
Yes.
But when it comes to this book, 9 to 5 Millionaire, don't quit your day job. It almost seems like opposite advice that I've always heard, like do what you love what you do, don't work a 9 to 5 job. So Mellissa, as you've read this, I don't know if you've read the whole thing yet, but what are you getting out of this? Is it telling you just to stick with your day job?
What's interesting about this is the author, his name is Jamal King. He's basically telling you can do both. Like you don't have to exclusively drop your 9 to 5 just to pursue your dreams. And in fact, he says that's actually not the wise thing to do. He's basing this on his own journey. So what he did was he worked for the Chicago PD. He comes from a family of police officers, like uncles, his parents, like everybody in his family worked for the Chicago PD. And what he decided to do, he obviously joined the PD at a young age, but he used his salary, the money that he was earning as a police officer, to get into real estate investing.
Oh, nice.
And I know that's something that you're interested in and kind of pursue as well. So what he did was he used his salary to get into that, invest in his first property, and just kind of go from there. Like let the income from that first property slowly start to feed into the next investment property and go from there. And he, by the way, when he became a little more financially fluid, he didn't quit his job with Chicago PD. He stayed with them until he retired because he wanted to collect the pension.
Oh, that's nice.
So his message to folks that are working a 9 to 5 is, number one, if you're a 9 to 5, or if you're somebody that's an employee, you are awesome. That is number one.
Right.
He wanted folks to understand that you guys are, like, blue collar folks are by far the most impressive people because they're extremely loyal. They come to work, they work the longest hours, they will show up early, they will leave late. Like, the work ethic is unparalleled.
Right.
And that was the message he wanted to send them. He's like, well, if you're working a 9 to 5 and you have that much work ethic, imagine how much harder you will go when you're working for yourself.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's true.
go ahead. Kind of give
No,
your
I
thoughts
have
on
a
that.
question. It looks like you have a workbook that goes with it.
Yes.
Does it help you to kind of get steps on how to move forward if you have a 9-to-5 job and how to maybe continue with it and then go above and beyond that?
Absolutely. So this goes back, guys, to what Kathleen and I have been drumming about, writing things down.
Okay.
The journal is extremely helpful because not only are you getting the chance to take random notes, there's a section in the back for that too, but it's chapter by chapter. They're asking questions chapter by chapter. And there are little paragraphs in there called millionaire moments.
Okay.
Going back to what you and I just talked about visualization.
Okay.
And the millionaire moments allow you to visualize where you want to be and then write it down. So
Okay.
it's sealed in black and white.
That's great. Well, as a person who is into real estate myself,
Mhm.
I know that is a great investment, and not everyone can do it right away, but there's definitely strategies for people to do it. And a lot of times people feel like they have to give up their career, their day job,
Right.
in order to do what they love. But what I really appreciate about what you're saying in this book is he's sharing with people step by step how to keep your day job and how to do and how to reach your goal, maybe on the weekend, maybe a couple hours here
Right.
and there. And then even to keep your day job. I mean, I guess if you became a millionaire on the side, you may not need to, but it's pretty cool how you're saying the dedicated people are the 9-to-5ers. And how much better would it be for you to work for yourself at the same time?
Absolutely. So you guys, if you want to find out more, just go to 9to5millionaire.com. If you want to go to Instagram at 9to5 and like the numbers 9TO5, 9to5millionaire. So
Yes.
yeah, you'll find out a lot more, and you'll actually see a bit of some video snippets on there as well. If you're an audiobook person, the audiobook is available as well, so you can multitask and still get the knowledge. So
Awesome. Well, we have a lot of great things to be thankful for today. It's sunny out here in Florida, and it's almost the weekend, and we are in a special location on International Drive where we're going to present to you a new business that's right here, and it smells good, looks good, and I'm sure it's delicious. And we have a special person we want to interview and share with you. And we are right now in front of Sloppy Joe's, and we're going to invite you to come out this way and check it out. Support your local businesses, because as the pandemic messed with a lot of small businesses, a lot of them are starting to bloom and grow. And this is one that is growing, and you're going to like it. So stay with us, because after the break, we're going to have an interview, and it's going to be with someone who's going to share a little bit more, who's been around this business for quite some time and can tell us more about all they have to offer here at Sloppy Joe's on International Drive.
stay tuned, guys. You do not want to miss this.
Si quieres ganar esta era, se requiere más que estrellas para ganarte los galones. Y si quieres ganar en este escenario, tienes que matar tu ego antes de que puedas matar los gigantes. Es por eso que este equipo está construido de manera diferente.
20 seconds on the clock. The United States on the board.
Otros equipos ven un campo. Nosotros vemos un polígono de prueba. Un lugar para demostrarle al mundo que hay un mundo de diferencia entre lo que ellos piensan que podemos hacer y lo que nosotros sabemos que podemos.
Estados Unidos es campeón de la Copa Oro.
Una nación bajo el radar, hartos de esperar y dispuestos a trabajar.
Buries it in the upper 90.
Pero si realmente quieres hacer ruido y sorprender al mundo, requiere más que solo madrugadas largas. Requiere una memoria corta y una resiliencia tosca. Porque los campeones no son definidos por lo que les pasó hace 4 años, 4 partidos o 4 minutos. Se miden por cómo responden.
This one back post McKinney. It's an instant response.
Con el balón a sus pies y una espinita clavada. Ojos fijos en el premio, no en el pasado. Listos para jugar, listos para ser un estorbo. Físicamente implacable, mentalmente inexorable. 11 jugadores diferentes, con 11 pasados diferentes, jugando en el presente, apuntando solamente en una dirección.
And welcome back to FNN Good News and Reviews, guys. Let me move this so you can see the beautiful food in front of us. As Kathleen mentioned, by the way, tropical vibe. She brought out the whole tropical vibe with the sunglasses, but it is very appropriate. We are here at Sloppy Joe's Orlando at Icon Park on International Drive, and we are here with DJ Mariello.
Welcome. Yes, thank you for being here. And this is new to the area. Tell us when you guys open.
So we opened December 6th. We've been around for just about 6 months now, going on our anniversary. So we're invited to Icon Park a little while back, and just happy to be here, enjoying spending some great food with the guests of Icon Park.
Awesome. And you can hear the sounds and the fun in the background with the train and the music. And this is a great location to have a restaurant. And it looks like beautiful food. Like, it smells really good. And I can't wait to try it all. And it looks healthy too. Well, maybe not some of that, but that's okay. We can mix it up a bit. Tell us a little bit about some of the dishes you have. And then I want to hear a little bit more about the background of this restaurant. So tell us what we have.
So starting out, we'll start with our appetizers. We have our conch fritters. These are a classic down in Key West. We bring them here to Icon Park as part of an overall experience with the seafood kind of aspect. One of the things that we do here in Icon Park better than anybody else is our seafood. So we have our fresh conch fritters. Up front, we've got pretty much everything that we do on the menu. We've got our postcard, which is our seafood platter. It's got coconut shrimp. It's got our signature Key West shrimp, as well as a cod fillet and conch fritters on there as well, served with our signature sweet potato tots. So.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. And is that the little ones right here, the sweet potato tots right there, or?
That is those, and they're actually served with a caramel cheesecake sauce to them. So really, really tasty dish to kind of dip. It's almost like having dessert with your entree.
Okay, and we have some drinks coming over here right now. So you're going to tell us a little bit about, come on in, girls, some drinks that we have here. I think you're bringing this to me right now. Is this mine?
That could be yours.
I might get in trouble. And tell us a little bit. Let's set that one over here if you don't mind. That looks beautiful. I love that. And we've got another one. It matches my dress. Hold on. Let me get out of the scene here. Whoa. Oh, I'm spilling it. All right. There we go. All right. Tell us a little bit about the drink menu.
So the drink menu, we do a lot of frozen drinks. So we have a really, really good time day and night here at Icon Park. So over here to your right is we have our fish bowl. It's got our 7-day vacation. It's a mixture of 9 different rums, all tossed with some fresh fruit juices, served obviously in a nice big bowl that you kind of carry around and take with you as you visit Icon Park. We also have our signature margarita up front. That's our sloppy Rita. Our margarita has a little bit of a twist, a little bit of orange juice, some fresh sour mix. Just a great way to top off your entrees.
Wonderful. It looks like you have something in your hand there, though.
So this is our signature island ale. It's done in Key West for Sloppy Joe's as a whole, whether it's our Key West location, our Daytona location, or here in Orlando. And actually, that's done by our Funky Buddha distributor solely for Sloppy Joe's.
Okay, so this is an ale that specifically is for Sloppy Joe's. So if you want to try this, you have to come here to try it. And also, you guys just opened a location in Daytona. Is that right?
Daytona's been open a little bit longer than we have, but that sits right on the beach with a fantastic view. You see the shrimp boats out there. You see the cruise ships going by. You can't beat the view out in Daytona as well as being here.
Okay, so let me just say this. The food here is not just Sloppy Joe's. Like, when I heard we were going to come out here, I'm thinking like meat, different flavors of meat and all this stuff. But as you can see, it's very different. I don't even see a Sloppy Joe here. And the menu is just not like bar menu, right? So tell me more about the variety you have.
Absolutely not. So here at Sloppy Joe's, we do have signature Sloppy Joe's. We make our mix in-house, but we have a whole array of different kind of entrees. We have everything from fresh salads that you can see here with our luau salad. It's got fresh fruit and mangoes and pineapples. Fantastic for a light fare, but we also do have signature entrees. We have desserts. We have everything from start to finish, not just Sloppy Joe's.
Yummy, yummy. And also want to mention the history of this, because it's from Key West, as you mentioned, and looks like it's been around for a while.
So Sloppy Joe's actually started in 1930s during Prohibition. Joe Russell and Ernest Hemingway were partners in crime, so to speak, down in Key West. They decided to start a bar, and it was a little bit sloppy. So they turned around and called it Joe's Sloppy Bar. Turns out we use the namesake to continue on the tradition up here, as well as Daytona and Key West.
Okay, and I do want to ask, and you probably have a couple questions, but I do want to know what are the deals? Like, if we came on a certain day, is there like a happy hour? Or is there like a certain thing people need to try?
So what I would suggest is we do have live entertainment running Thursday through Saturdays. We have a steel drum player playing in the afternoons on Saturdays and Sundays. We have some different specials all week long. So come in, check them out, see what's your favorite, and then continue on.
Awesome. Thank you. And Melissa?
Yeah, I wanted to go back a little bit to the lore because I want to say like last week was Sloppy Joe's 85th anniversary, the one in Key West. How does it feel to be, for you personally, to be attached to a company that has a long-lasting legacy like that?
Well, a lot of it kind of comes from that tradition that we carry on up here. We wanted to bring that casual, fun, beachy environment here to Orlando and Icon Park, as well as Daytona. So it's just a continuation of what they do there, the fun that they have, and we wanted to bring it here.
It is fun. This is very fun if you're looking for something to do on a date night or maybe just to bring out the family. It is family friendly around here. You can walk around.
Yes.
And also the music. I love that. Just having that live atmosphere of music. And obviously everything looks delicious here. And so if you haven't heard of Sloppy Joe's, you have today. New here to Icon Park. And of course, if you're in Daytona, you can check that one out as well, and Key West. So you guys are growing. And what are you guys envisioning going forward?
So we have the ability to open up more locations here in Florida. We're looking at several locations to continue our brand and build our business. We're just looking to bring that casual environment and beachy vibe to anywhere that'll have us.
Awesome. Next thing we need is some sand, if you can get it here, and a volleyball net right in the middle. Wonderful. Well, let me know if there's anything else you'd like to add and let people know as we're here.
No, come on down to Icon Park. Check out Sloppy Joe's while you're here. Have a good time. Have a frozen cocktail and enjoy us for some fun.
Melissa?
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. And come on down to Icon Park if you're in the Central Florida area. Of course, International Drive. Just look for the big wheel. Look at the big Ferris wheel.
Yes.
And just visit their website. It is sloppyjoesorlando.com if you want the Orlando location.
Yes.
And then just sloppyjoes.com if I'm not mistaken, if you want to find out about the one in Key West. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yes. And thank you so much, DJ, for being with us here today. We appreciate you starting up a business in a time when things are just getting back on their feet, and for being here on Icon Drive. And we appreciate you today.
Well, thanks so much for having us. We appreciate you coming down.
Absolutely. And guys, we're going to wrap it up here for this week's edition of FNN Good News and Reviews. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go to that website, because the other important thing about this restaurant and why they're so important here at Icon Park is that they're the only one here that serves seafood. So if that's something you love, make sure you come to their restaurant to get your fix of seafood here in Orlando on iDrive at Icon Park.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. We will see you. Kathleen and I will see you next Thursday at 12 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day.